How-to. I wanted to make another cloud lamp, so I mixed up some resin. I added all the glitters I wanted. I also put an opaly pearlescent pigment powder in it just to give it that extra shimmer. I split it into 4 cups and I used acrylic paint to pigment it orange, pink, purple, and yellow. This time I was going for more of a sunset look. And then I just drizzled the colors on in horizontal stripes, starting with purple, working my way kind of with the ombre color scheme up until yellow. I used a popsicle stick after this just to kind of spread it out all over the surface. Then I drizzled the rest of the non-pigmented white pearly resin on just to help give it that extra blend it needed. Then I just sprinkled a lot of glitter on top, and a couple hours later I did a clear coat with clear resin just to seal it all up. The next day it was all cured and I hung it up and turned it on, and it is so cute.
The infamous foam mirror. Continue watching if you want to learn how to make your own. Stop by your local hardware store and buy some insulating foam. I went with 4 cans of Loctite in the color white. Make sure to grab some gloves and a face mask because it does get messy and it is toxic. Here I am practicing the different shapes I wanted to do. I ended up going with the circular motion. And honestly, it's up to you. It's your mirror at the end of the day, so you can do whatever you want. The drying time ended up being 15 minutes, but I left it outside for 2 hours, and I highly suggest doing this outside. And yes, I know it might not be for everyone, but if you're into this, try it out. It's really cool, and this is the final result.
Testing viral DIYs that way you don't have to, part 3. Today I'm making one of those chunky knit blankets that you see all over Pinterest. To start, we're going to start by making a slip knot. So you're going to take your pieces, cross them over, and then pull the longer strand through. And then to make a chain, you're going to continue pulling the longer strand through, trying to keep your chains as even as possible. Then once you get to the end, you're going to take your last loop and turn it up, and then going through the next chain over, you're going to pull through the longer strand to make these little like bunny ears, and make sure you're keeping them about the same size. And then once you get to the end loop, you're just going to pull through that loop twice before beginning your next row, and then you're just going to repeat this process like a million times until you end up getting your blanket. I ended up having 2 different colors, so I weaved that in to make like a nice little pattern. And then once you get to the end, you're going to take 2 loops and pull the longer strand through to make another loop, and then take that loop, connect it to the next one over, and keep pulling through. If you're doing it right, you should start to see the chain start forming. Then just tuck in the little tail at the end and you're all done.
Alright, so I saw this really cool trick and just wanted to share it with all of my followers if you guys haven't seen this before. If you have screws that are coming out of your hinges or the wood that the screw is driven into is stripped out, what we need to do is we need to pretty much fill in the old hole with some material. A golf tee is that genius way of filling in that material. Very easy to do. So I just went ahead and drove in 3 of these, broke them off with my hammer, chiseled them flush, and then it gave me a brand new surface for these screws to screw into, and it actually allowed me to align this hinge a lot better to the door frame. So since these golf hinges are bamboo and the door frame is pine, it actually gives you a harder surface to screw this into. Hopefully that helps some of you guys out who are looking to fix your doors.